Okay, my name is Dani. Now I'd like to present you about one of malicious code software that is quite common this day. This malicious code have become like a disease. This code called ransomware. So ransomware is a kind of malicious code that encrypt your files and demand ransom to decrypt the files. And how the ransomware work? First, the attacker send the ransomware code to the victim. There's many ways to do it. It's such as via emails and flash disk. Okay, basically the attacker send the code and the victim download it if it's via email, okay? Or just click on the file and your file, all of your files is encrypted on your computer. Or the attacker give a link, and when you click the link, your browser will open the web page, and boom, your file, all of it is gone. Okay, and then maybe you'll say this, no way I'll click it. Of course there, maybe you'll think it, but the attackers aren't that stupid actually. They'll use many methods to trick us out. Okay, what do you think? For example, someone send you an email accusing to be one of your student and send you an assignment with PDF as the format. Maybe you'll say, oh come on this is document format file. PDF is format file document, right? Like doc, the document Microsoft Word. Okay, it can't harm my computer. You'll say that. That was exactly the attacker want you to think it. Alright, remember that. Okay, what the attacker want? So what will happen after you have been infected? Yeah, the attacker will demand your ransom money for your decrypt code so you can get your files back. This is most common question from all victim. Okay, the question is, so if they demand for ransom money when we transfer it, so the bank trusts it, of course, so just trust them out. Okay, but maybe you haven't heard about Bitcoin before. The ransomware attack demand ransom money sent via Bitcoin. Bitcoin is an electronic money that very popular this day. Bitcoin uses end-to-end encryption to make the transaction untrustable. Remember, untrustable. Okay, so after you pay the ransom, the attacker will give you the code and you can insert the code at the decryptor that the attacker give you. After that, you get the files back. Okay, maybe you hope like that, but there's no way that you can guarantee that the attacker give you the code. So the advice from me, backup your files annually, regularly. Don't get easy to trust unknown email sender, and don't you ever pay the ransom. Okay, you pay means you support them to be much bigger and stronger. Okay, after this you'll watch a video.
The word ransomware is a combination of ransom and software and refers to any kind of malware that demands a ransom from a user in exchange for the return of a kidnapped file. Kidnapped? Ransom? Is this for real? Yes, basically, this threat works just like a kidnapping in real life, except the things held captive are your files, which may be multimedia files, office files, or system files that your computer relies on to work properly. How is it spread? Typical methods are through attachments sent via unsolicited emails, or by clicking on a link in an email that claims to be from a bank or delivery company. They are also distributed through peer-to-peer file sharing networks, being passed on through activation keys for popular software, like Adobe Photoshop and Microsoft Office. What kinds are there? There are two kinds. The first is called a file coder, which encrypts the files. And the second is a lock screen, which locks the computer and stops you using it until you have paid the ransom. This type of threat sometimes employs psychological methods to trick you and pressurize you into paying. In some cases, the lock screen also incorporates a live transmission of what the webcam is currently seeing, which creates a feeling that someone really is watching you. Other times, the message on the lock screen takes the form of a notice from a national police force, which states that the authorities require you to pay a fine because they have found evidence that your computer contains images of child abuse or bestiality, or that you have visited illegal websites or used pirated software. So do you have to pay? We do not recommend paying, for two reasons. Firstly, there is no way to stop the attackers demanding more money from you. And secondly, if you pay the ransom, you are helping create a new market for cybercriminals, which could lead to further ransomware attacks, as well as other types of attacks in the future. Rather than pay, it is better to learn the lesson. Make sure to back up your data regularly so you can recover your files if you are unlucky enough that it happens again. And also make sure to get better protection for your computer. As always, prevention is better than the cure. If you have a good security solution and run frequent backups, you shouldn't have any problems. Keep enjoying everything that technology has to offer you.